Initially, when the videos were released, guys, I was shocked. I was like, bro, you guys are in Congress. Like, why exactly? Like, are you trying to start some type of like kerfuffle, let's say, with other federal agents, guys? Why exactly are you doing that? Like, absolutely. In fact, you do have the right. It is your right, based off the position that you are currently in, to be able to look at these government structures. If you want to go ahead and audit it in any meaningful way, you can. Absolutely. But in my head, I'm just like, bro, why are we? Like, wouldn't you have some type of professional or like common courtesy in these instances? Like, wouldn't you say, hey, listen, guys, we're coming this day, this is what we're doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, instead of just bombarding, literally, like bombarding the gates of an ICE secured like facility? Like, why are we, like, you thought you were going to get in? Why did you think that? Why? You could have been anyone saying you are this, et cetera, fake everything. I understand, right? I'm almost positive that the smart thing would have been to let them know you were actually coming, let them verify your information, because again, why would they just be letting anyone into these ICE facilities? Why? They wouldn't. I wouldn't. No one would. I don't think so. But in their heads, they're just like, you know what? I am who I am. I run things here, bro. You don't run nothing at all. Not really, right? I mean, I'm sure you can barely run your district. Let's get serious here, guys. All right? Let's go ahead and check this out immediately. Let's jump into it. Dems are facing federal charges after physical confrontation with ICE agents. All right, this is a suggestion via Discord, guys. Let's do it.
A Democratic Congresswoman now facing federal charges for alleged misconduct toward law enforcement during the chaotic protest outside a New Jersey ICE facility earlier this month.
Yeah, we saw the secondary video, guys.
In Washington with the details. Good morning, Maddie.
Good morning. Prosecutors tell our Alexis McAdams that the acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Habba, reviewed several pieces of video from that protest, some of which has not yet even been released to the public. Habba said on X, New Jersey Representative Monica MacGyver assaulted federal agents. So Habba's office is charging her with that, along with interfering with law enforcement.
Absolutely.
Meantime, they're dropping a misdemeanor charge against
the
Newark
mayor.
Mayor Ras Baraka, who was arrested
Yeah, guys, I saw that one coming.
that day for trespassing. In a statement, MacGyver says, in part, the charges against me are purely political. They mischaracterize and distort my actions and are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight.
Guys, not a single person, I don't think, is fighting against the concept of oversight, right? Absolutely not. But I think the main issue here is that we saw the video. It seems like she wants us to, not believe our eyes, guys. Our eyes are lying to us, apparently. Like, you went there basically acting like a legitimate savage, and you are holding a position of some type of power. I can imagine, right, how some people on the outside would look in and be like, you can't do that. Okay. So, all right.
She says federal agents were the ones who escalated the situation.
I'm looking at you touching people.
3 other Democratic members of Congress went to that ICE facility, Delaney Hall. DHS says video shows her shoving and body slamming an officer. You can see her there in the red. MacGyver, however, denied that.
Even though we see it.
We're simply there to do our job. Therefore, oversight visit and what you're watching in a video, and we don't have all of the body cam, and we hope that all of the body cam is released. It was very difficult to watch that happen, but absolutely, I did not body slam anyone.
Yeah, because of context. Understand this. I think this is where words may mean slightly different things or have different overall connotations depending on the community that's saying and hearing things. When I hear the word body slam, she didn't body slam a single person. Okay. Let's just be honest here. In my head, body slam. When did she pick somebody up and throw them? She didn't do that. That's not body slamming, bro. All right. But I get it. She's talking about like body checking of sorts, guys. Like she ran her body, let's say, or she slammed her body into someone else. Come on, bro. You're playing with words now. All right. You're playing with words. But again, I'm guessing it may mean something different within other communities. That's basically all I can come up with on that one there.
Democratic leadership are furious, accusing the Trump administration of trying to intimidate Congress. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says the criminal charge against Congresswoman Monica MacGyver is extreme, morally bankrupt, and lacks any basis in law or fact. He says members of Congress are legally allowed to show up at any federal facility unannounced to conduct oversight. And that's notable because DHS says the entire scuffle could have been avoided had the representatives followed protocol and given 24 hours notice ahead of their visit.
Kind of like what I was saying here. I cannot imagine how you're just going to walk into some type of federal facility unannounced. I just can't imagine that actually happening. But apparently, if Hakeem Jeffries is saying this, that's absolutely intriguing. That's brand new information for me, guys.
Today, the House Judiciary Subcommittee on Oversight is holding a hearing where they will perhaps talk about some of those protocols along with threats to ICE operations. Lawrence Ainsley and Brian.
Thanks, Maddie. You know, so the mayor gets off. The mayor, okay, we're going to leave you alone.
Yeah, that's fine.
According to Alexis, she said investigators told her that MacGyver blocked police from putting handcuffs on the mayor on the inside of the ICE facility. That is why the agents were forced to wait and handcuff the mayor outside, which was confusing because I'm thinking to myself, why didn't they take him inside? She actually stood in the way. So that is, of course, you're going to be charged.
Yeah,
How
it's
can
obstruction.
You block an agent from cuffing the mayor or anybody?
18 U.S. Code 111A1, assaulting, resisting, and impeding certain officers. It's very clear. A is very clear. In general, whoever forcibly assaults, resists, opposes, impedes, intimidates, or interferes. Period.
Yep.
It's just that simple.
Alina Hobbit said it can't be overlooked. It is her job to protect law enforcement. And when law enforcement's they have to have the backs of our lawmakers. And so they have to know. That's why so many people didn't want to be police officers, because no one was getting their backs. They were getting blamed for everything. So now you have an administration that wants to back the blue. And why is that a crime? It shouldn't be. They should be safe. They should feel safe to do their jobs. Peaceful protesting, fine, but not this.
I also think there's more angles that Alina Hobbit saw that show that she was bulldozing her way through. I don't see body
right
slam.
there, she's pushing the police.
I mean,
Okay, guys, so it's interesting. Even this guy just said, "I don't see body slamming," but again, notice the person who said it. It was the guy. It was the black guy at the end. Again, I'm telling you, I think the word means different things to different cultures in the United States of America. Similar would be the word woke. I'm telling you, you guys had to let me know what some of you guys think the word woke means. Okay, I get it. I get your context now, but it has never meant that to the black community. It means something completely different, guys. And that's what I'm guessing. It's probably the same thing that's happening right now in terms of this body slamming thing. Because he just said, his name is Lawrence. He just said, I don't see bodies. No, I don't see it. I mean, I see her pushing people and slamming her body into people, but we have to have another word for that or something, guys. It has to be.
She was bulldozing her way through. I don't see body
right
slam.
there. She's
No, that wasn't the black guy who said it.
If it was any other American, this wouldn't even be a conversation. Everyone would know that they would have to pay the piper. But Hakeem Jeffries said previously that this was a red line for him.
What happens if they were to go and arrest these members, or if they would try to sanction them here in the House of Representatives?
They'll find out. It's a red line. It's very clear. First of all, I think that the so-called Homeland Security spokesperson is a joke. It's been made loudly and abundantly clear to the Trump administration. We're not going to be intimidated by their tactics. He's the most unpopular president in American history after his first 100 days. Give me a break. No one's intimidated by this dude. No one.
Is he just saying things?
And so there are clear lines that they just dare not cross.
It's not about intimidation. It's not. That has nothing to do with it. It's about going out there and
they're the ones
interfering with cops, pushing cops around. You can't do that.
Well, they're the ones who tried to intimidate the cops. Either you're going to be a congressperson or you're going to be a part of the mob. If you wanted to provide oversight, then show up, schedule the 24-hour meeting, and then go in there and inspect it. But don't show up with a whole 100 people to try to bulldoze your way in.
And by the way, when people
Let's
go
get some
inside,
insight on
fantastic.
that.
Of course.
It's absolutely pristine. There are no children in there to begin with, but sometimes you can have people detained. Children could be detained in an ICE facility for their own protection. The other thing to keep in mind, too, I don't know why he keeps on talking about unpopular president. He's got 47% approval rating at a time in which it's very divided, and he's making huge decisions. If you're going to lean on that, I think you're going to have a lot of trouble, especially if he gets the big, beautiful bill passed, which I think we're talking about.
Is that what it's called? It probably
I'm
is.
I'm
it
Brian
probably,
Kilmeade.
guys,
And I'm Ainsley
hold on.
Earhart.
Yeah, it probably is called the big, beautiful bill, knowing this man here, guys, most likely. I'm not actually seeing any information on exactly how much time needs to be given, because now I'm getting two separate like two separate answers here. So Hakeem Jeffries is basically saying that they can just pop up at any time. Then ICE is like, you can't do that. You need 24 hours. That's, in my head, that's the logical thing, right? They have to basically check you out to make sure you are who you say you are. Right, like I mean, this is entitlement in a different way here, guys. Right, and apparently this woman has actually responded. So, oh no, where is it at here? Let me pull this next video up here really quickly. Let me see if I can actually find it. She responded on CNN, I think. Let's see her response real quick. Here.
Congresswoman Monica MacGyver. Thank you, Congresswoman, for being here.
Let's hear this.
The charge is specifically for assaulting, impeding, or interfering with law enforcement. What is your reaction to this charge?
First of all, thank you so much, Kate, for having me, for allowing me to come on for a few seconds today. I think the charges are absurd. You know, it's ridiculous. I was there to do my job along with my other colleagues. We have done this before. This is our obligation to do. It's in our job description to have oversight over a facility, and the entire situation was escalated by ICE. They caused the confrontation. Homeland came and, you know, caused this chaos that we see. It was a very tense situation, but it could have been, you know, easily it could have easily not happened. They had every opportunity to not allow this to happen. It was very unnecessary, and it just, once again, we were there to do our jobs. And, you know, if I'm going to be charged with a crime for doing my job, it just speaks to, you know, where we're headed in this country and what we're dealing with as leaders and as Congress members, you know, here in this country.
So basically what you just said is that I'm above the law, you can't touch me. Right, I want to have the ability to walk into a federal structure without any type of like, hey, bro, I'm coming. This is me. Expect me. I look like this. Right. Instead of any of these things, she just said, you know what? I'm gonna pop up here at a protest. Keep this in mind here. They set up like a protest, and then said, I'm just gonna walk inside. Are you crazy? You wanted something to happen. You knew this was gonna happen. Like, you knew this. Like, why would they let you in a high security facility? I don't know, bro.
Congresswoman, just specifically on the issue at hand with now that you're facing this charge, I mean, what is the plan today? I mean, are you turning yourself in or showing up in court? I mean, what is your understanding of what happens now?
So we are still trying to get more information on what the next steps are. My attorneys are in contact with the federal courts in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey. So we're just waiting on direction. For now, it's business as usual. I'm going to do my job. This week, we all know that Republicans are trying to take away Medicaid and important funding to services that impact those over 800,000 people that I represent in New Jersey and across this nation. And so I'm going to do my job, Kate. That's why I was elected, why the people from New Jersey sent me here. So it's a full day of work for me here on the Capitol.
Okay.
On Capitol Hill, excuse me.
No, of course. We were just covering it as President Trump is heading into a big meeting with Republicans on this exact issue. CNN has some reporting from sources that you and the Justice Department had attempted to negotiate a plea deal of some kind. Acting U.S. Attorney Alina Habba, though, said on Monday that you declined the department's attempts to, quote, come to a resolution. Can you speak to that? I mean, are you open to having a discussion with the Justice Department to resolve this outside of the courtroom at this point?
Well, the Justice Department and Alina Habba wanted me to admit to doing something that I did not do.
But it's on camera.
I was not going to do that. Once again, I came there to do my job and conduct an oversight visit, and they wanted me to say something differently. And I'm not doing that. I'm not going to roll over and stop doing my job because they, you know, don't want me to, or they want to neglect the fact that we needed to be in there to see what was going on in the detention center. And so, you know, absolutely, you know, no, I was not going to do that. You know, and I think.
Okay, guys, she just wanted her name like out there. That's what it seems like. I've never heard her day in my life, guys. It just seems like she specifically was like, hey, listen, guys, let's go ahead and have a protest. Let's protest ICE for, I don't know, existing, right? And she was just like, listen, I'm going to go ahead and now try to break into ICE, right, during a protest. I understand probably what's going on during the protest. They're obviously, upping their security because they realize that it's a protest. Then you decide to, as they up their security, to walk to basically break into through the gates here, guys. Like, what are you? I don't know. I don't feel bad, guys. I don't feel bad for her, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you did everything in your power to give yourself some type of public name. That's what you did here. That's what you did, right? But all right, listen, she definitely deserves to be charged with whatever she's charged with, because she, in fact, seems to have orchestrated this along with the other woman and the guy who was crying on the interview, guys. Right? That's it. That's where I'm at with this here. She definitely deserves to be charged, and she should have, in fact, had some type of professional courtesy and alerted that they were coming. That's it, bro. That's what you should have done. Right? No one is trying to take away your oversight ability here. Not a single person is trying to do that. I'm sure there are some people who are just like anti-government and things like that may, but I don't think so. Like, I'm not in the camp of saying that Congress should have no oversight. They should, in fact. Right? But I always thought in my head, like, yeah, you had some courtesy. Guys. But either way, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.